Hey you guys, how's it going? Um, so today I come along with low lighting because I know that sometimes ASMR with like super light stuff, like sometimes like it gets me it just won't go for me because I want to sleep and sometimes like super light. So I was like, maybe let me abide to ASMR content that I enjoy as well. I know I've been recording a lot of study with me's, so it's because, so for example, right now it's 12:20 a.m. and I have an 8 a.m. tomorrow, but I'm recording this because all my roommates are asleep and I thought we could do something chill. This breathing in the background is Chico, and yeah, I I first of all I wanted to like officially say that we have 100 babies, and like I am shocked. Like when I created this channel, I was like, there is like there are probably gonna be like a couple subscribers, but like I never intended to be like so many of y'all. I feel like a lot of joy, a lot of responsibility, but a lot of joy over you guys. Like I have no idea how like creators that have like thousands and thousands of subscribers and like viewers, like how they deal with the pressure, because like just you guys, like I just want like hug every single one of you and like answer all of your comments and like do all of your requests. And like I have a super busy college student, so whenever I can't make a deadline, I feel like so busy and I feel so bad. But like, oh my gosh, I can't even. But I wanted to do a little like get to know me, and like just chill and talk for a little bit. You can put this in your background or whatever. You might hear though like cars passing by, and like if the video cuts, it's because either my upstairs neighbors, like I've never seen a person who is this freaking loud. Like the other day, it was like 12 a.m. and there was a thump, like a thump, so loud. I'm not kidding. Like it was so freaking loud. Like I woke up and Chico, my dog, woke up as well. So like, be aware of the cuts. Also, like sometimes they do like construction on the road and they do it at night. They don't do it during the day. It's a two-way road. Like you have two lanes. That's what I meant to say. You have two lanes. You can close one lane during the day and then do this lane and then go to the other lane and close this lane and let this lane go. I just like at night, like my window faces it, so for the longest time I couldn't record because it's super loud. But all is well now and it's fine. I actually have, for my hydration, I have my organic strawberry lemonade. I know from all the crunchy people and crunchy moms out there that there is no such thing as this type of organic. But I have a hard time drinking water. So, this is what I'll have to do. There's a lot of sugar in here, but it's fine. Okay, so with no further ado, I have a bunch of questions here. And I guess you could say they're not like very direct questions, like because I'm very like personal on my end, and I do hope you guys understand this because, like, I'm a 22-year-old that lives on her college campus, like, with four roommates. Like, basically, like, not by myself, but, like, with four other roommates, and, like, I did not want people knowing where I go to school, like, or, like, where I live, or, like, I don't know, like, my full name and identity. Like, I'm just scared that people are gonna, like, take me and take my identity. I don't know. It's like a real fear that I have. I've seen it happen to people who don't even have YouTube channels. So, like, I feel like you guys knowing that my name is Maria, most people call me Mare, but, like, you guys just knowing that and knowing Chico for me, I just feel like it's a lot of, like, personal information. But at the same time, I'm not scared of sharing, like, what my greatest fear is or whatever. Like, I just won't be sharing my address, or like what school I go to, or where I live, or like anywhere close to where I live. So yeah. Also, this weekend, so I live in Florida. I think I mentioned that. Like, Florida is pretty, like, random, and by this time this video airs, EDC Orlando will already be done. So I am planning to go to EDC. So please let me know if you would enjoy a vlog. I will record a vlog. But if people are like, Maria, you can't vlog and do ASMR because you're not as cool as GB, I will not do that. But if people are like, yeah, a vlog would be nice, it would be so much fun because I'm so excited for EDC Orlando. Like, I'm so excited. I'm only going one day because I have a lot to do and I have an exam this weekend, and I have like a lot of stuff due next week as well, and I have an exam this weekend, and I just have like a lot going on. Like, I have research, like, applications going on and work and stuff like that. So I'm just not gonna go all 3 days. And then I was gonna go all 3 days previously, but what happened was that my friends, they said like, oh, we're all gonna go like 3 days. They were like pumped because like Chinsmokers, like Zed, they're playing this year, and although they're like more like pop, everyone was like, I still want to go. And then like every single one was like giving up, and I was like, no, why would I go so bad? So my boyfriend was like, I can't go all 3 days because he works Fridays, and I was like, I don't want to go Saturday anyways because it's like a waste of time. And Friday, honestly, the only, like, I'm not like a super like EDM girl. Like, I don't listen to a lot of EDM. Like, I know like some here and there. Like, of course I'm going to EDC. Like, duh. But like at the same time, like I only know two DJs that are playing Friday, which is The Lock and another one that I forgot the name, but I saw his name and I was like, I have seen your name before, I know your songs. And then Saturday, the only DJ I know is Zed. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know anyone else. Like, anyone else. So I was like, Saturday is not really worth it. And Friday, I'd have to go by myself. So, like, let's not do that. And then Sunday, I know, like, 6 or 7 people that are playing, and one of my favorite DJs, Afrojack, is playing, so I'm like super excited, like, that I'm gonna get to see him. Like, I'm literally taking money out of my savings account, but it's fine. Like, I literally love, like, sad. If he plays this song, like, I'm so excited again, I'm so sorry. Like, if he plays this song, I'm literally like, if he plays a song, I'm literally gonna like cry. I don't know if you guys heard that. Like, it's sad by Afrojack. It's like, who asked if you ever try to let me know? Yeah, I'm sad. I know. Yeah, I'm sad. I know. Yeah. sorry, I'm just like so bummed. But yeah, I also like work from 10 to 11 on Monday, and we're going Sunday, so like we usually get home from EDC around like 5 a.m., so that's just gonna be great for me. But okay, that was like a lot of talk. But let's get to the questions. I literally just like pulled up like questions to get to know people, and I'm gonna try to elaborate them. So, the first question. The first question. It says, "Who's your hero?" I guess those are like more philosophical questions, but whatever. I didn't read them beforehand. Like when I tell you guys that I don't plan my videos, like I just wake up and I'm like, this sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna record this. Like I tried I saw a video once of like GB like having a calendar and like how she does stuff and how she edits everything, and I was like super overwhelmed. But she's also been doing this for like 5 years professionally, so like I was like whatever. She has like a full calendar, and I tried doing a calendar with like the ideas of the videos that I want to do, but I just like can't keep up with the schedule because I just don't have the time. Like I love doing this and I love like doing ASMR, but I just don't have the time. Like I'm not kidding. Like I literally just finished writing a paper right now, so like I really don't have the time. Okay. So yes, my hero would be my grandma. So fun fact, I actually lived with my grandma till I was 5, and then I went and lived with my parents because my parents lived in separate households until I was 5 because we didn't have money to actually move out of my grandma's house. So my dad lived with his mom, and my mom lived with my grandparents. So, and they had money, but like my dad the other day was telling me this story, and he was like, I refuse to take your mom from the comfort of her own home to like a crappy place. Like I wanted somewhere where it was either equally as good as her home or like better than her home. Even though like in the money that me and your mom had at the time, we couldn't afford to be at a place that was as comfortable as her house. So they decided to stay until they had money to put down into a place that like was comfortable for my mom, which is like very sweet of my dad. And he's like that thoughtful person. But he was like, your mom was ready to like freaking leave the house. And I'm like her on that situation. Like when I was 18 and I was going to college, I was like, I'm going. Like I'm not staying in the house. And now I'm like, I miss you guys. Let me go home. Of course, like I literally go home like like at least once a week, like a minimum. Sometimes I go like 2 or 3 times a week. Like I'm not kidding. Like it's intense. But like one day I literally spent the weekend there, and then I was like came back here I think Monday morning, and then because I had a quiz Tuesday, and then I was like, bro, my quiz got canceled. And then my dad was like, just come back then. And then I went back, and I have a discussion for my master's class that's 3 hours long Wednesday. So I came back on Wednesday, stayed here Wednesday, and then stayed here Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday after my lab, I went back. So I went back and forth like 3 times to my house. So like it's insane. But the thing is, my grandma's my hero. Like while my parents were like working ass, my grandma basically raised me because my parents would work like 12, 13-hour days on a whims. They had their own business, and like it took a long time. And whenever they got home, they were tired. So basically, my grandma raised me. Even when they moved out of the apartment, my like my grandma and my grandpa, like they quite literally like a couple years after, like they moved to the same apartment complex, but like so it was like an apartment complex that had like two buildings, right? So one was like, I guess, yeah, so one was Tower 1 and the other one was Tower 2, but it was all like in between like the same apartment complex. Think about like units, like unit 1 and unit 2 kind of. So it was like the same apartment complex, like the same pool, the same gym, everything like was in the same area. But it was just two big buildings. And like, I'm not kidding, like it was like a 5-minute walk from like each building. Like from going downstairs, walking to the other building, like that was 5 minutes. And like so basically like my grandparents, we lived on this like unit 1 apartment, and my grandparents like a couple years later, like maybe like a year or two, like honestly, like it was that tiny gap, they moved to the second unit of that apartment, and that was so funny. So like I stayed at my grandma, like my grandma picked me up from school. Like my grandma gave me my first shower. Like she was the one that pierced my ears when I was a tiny baby. Like all of that. Like, and my grandpa, he was the one, because my mom had to get a C-section, and like my grandpa was the one in the C-section room, not my dad, because my dad is like super squeamish with blood and stuff, and he was like, I'm not about to like pass out as soon as my daughter like comes out into the world. So he was scared that he was not gonna be able to be there for my mom because he'd be passed out. So he let my grandpa go in. My grandma wanted to go in, but my grandpa was like, no, I have a camera and I want to record it. My grandma was like, I can do it with the camera. And if there's something that my grandma can't do, it's record a video for the life of her. So my grandpa was like, you're not ruining my granddaughter's, like my first granddaughter's video, like birth video. So grandma was like, okay, whatever, shut up, go in there. But yeah, my grandma is like one of my best friends. Like my mom and my grandma are my best friends. I have 3 best friends: my mom, my grandma, and Hannah, which is my college roommate. Well, whatever. She was my college roommate. Now we go to 2 different schools, but we used to go to the same school, and we're very close. Like they're my 3 best friends, and I love them like so much. But my grandma is definitely my hero. She raised me, and like she knows me, like for some reason, like we're absolutely connected. Like I can't explain it. Okay, yeah, actually I can, and people like don't buy it. Anyways, people like don't buy it when I tell that my grandma and I are connected. Like some people understand it because they have that type of connection with people, but some people don't. So here it is. One time I had a shower, and I had a walk-in shower that had glass doors, sliding doors. I don't know why I did this. It's sliding doors, meaning you had the shower without a tub, like it was a walk-in shower. It wasn't like the tub shower. It was like just the shower, no tub. And the sliding door was here and here, and the door like slided this way. But the shower head was like right here. This door didn't slide this way, meaning I couldn't like slide this door, open the knob, close the door, wait for the water to be warm, and then walk in through the sliding door. No, I just slide this door, like kind of like wobble myself and hold myself on the glass door, and like reach for the knob and twist the knob to be able for the water to come out. All of this because I didn't want to take a little bit of a cold water. Fast forward, my dad catches me doing this before I go into the shower, and he goes, please do not do this, because if this sliding door comes out of the rail, we are fucked, because this is gonna explode on you and it's gonna hurt you really bad. And I said, I have been doing this for years, Father. You know nothing. I'll even take a sip of my lemonade. anyone wants to guess what happened? Well, I one day, months after so, leaned into the glass door doing the exact same thing I've done for years, and the glass door slid. Well, didn't slide, but the glass door, like, there's a rail. This one, there are two rails, like, and the rail is like kind of like separate, and each glass door has its own rail, right? So this glass door slid out of its rail, and but it caught itself on this glass door's rail, so that's why it didn't just like fumble. But I, being the proud little human that I am, I wasn't gonna call for help from my dad, right? And I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because if he had tried to do this, like, God, it would have, I don't know what had happened. But anyways, I saw that and I looked at the rail and I was like, oh, I just have to lift this up and put it back in the rail. Has anyone tried to lift that thick of glass? It looks, let me say this, it looks very light, but it is very heavy indeed. I will tell you this. I will tell you this. Glass sliding doors are heavy as shit, okay? Because I picked that up, and as soon as I picked it up, the whole thing shattered because I didn't pick it up by the edges of the glass and dropped it. I picked it up by one knob and by the end. So the pressure that I did on that little tiny knob that was like inside of the glass shattered the whole glass. And it makes sense that it did. So the entire glass sliding door on me as I was naked in the shower like this. So yeah, I was fine. I came out with a couple of scars on my hands, a couple on my stomach, and um, like a one that's like maybe like an inch, 2.5 inches perhaps, maybe, on my arm. Yeah, because like a glass shard like went in to my arm. Aside from that, I was fine. It was a tempered glass, so like, thank goodness. My my sister though, she like came running from the living room and she was screaming like, she broke the mirror. Mirror glasses are not tempered, and like they can actually really hurt you. So a tempered glass, for people who don't know, it's like a glass that if you shattered, it shatters in tiny little pieces first and then it bursts. But they're like very tiny pieces, so they won't like really cut you. Glass that isn't tempered, like if it cracks, like you have like those huge shards, right? Like glass, like a cup of glass, right? Like that's not tempered glass. If you break a glass, like you have those like big shards of glass, or a mirror, for example. Tempered glass, for example, is like a car. I don't know if you ever saw like those safety videos that they put a pin in, like you shatter the window, it cracks everything, and then you punch through it, and then like it might cut you a little bit, but it's not like a shard that can like rip a finger off or like give you like massive cuts. So that was like my absolute luck that that glass door was tempered. But anyways, I was in shock. I was crying. I was super scared. Yeah, I was shaking. I was bleeding. Meanwhile, I remember this scene like super specifically. I was sitting. Just realized I'm like on the first question, and shout out to ADHD for this because okay. And I was sitting in my mom's toilet, like shaking like this. I was in like complete shock. I had like my arms out and I was like this, and my parents were like putting gauze and everything, like, and like seeing if they had to call someone or take me to a hospital or anything like that. And I was just like naked, sitting in my mom's toilet like this, you know, like super shaky, like super scared. Like it was so loud, like it was the noise for me. Like I can hear the noise still. Like so, can you hear this? This is the stupid construction guy. Anyways, I'll try to edit it out, but if not, bear with me. It's fine. But anyways, I remember being like in shock, sitting there, just like I hate construction. Anyways, I remember being like sitting there in utter shock, and the interphone. I know the interphone. It makes me feel like super old, whatever. Um, it rings, and this beeping noise struck me insane. Anyways, okay. It starts beeping, and like I'm I'm like, what the heck? Who the heck is calling right now? So the interphone beeps. My sister goes to pick up the interphone, and it's my grandma. And my grandma's like, hey, is everything okay? No one had talked to her. Nothing had happened. We were not friends with our neighbors. Our neighbors did not know that my grandma was my grandma. Like, there was no communication. My grandma calls, like, and she goes, hey, everything okay? Is Mare okay? I just felt like a shiver up my arm. And that was weird. And I thought of her. Meanwhile, my arm was all cut, and I. Anyways, we're connected like that. If you believe it, you believe it. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it. Also, my grandma and I have predicted with 100% accuracy people that are pregnant. So I'd like to just say that, okay? And we have figured it out together and shared it together, and we were always right. Anyway, she's my hero. She's a very wise woman. She's the type of person that, like, she won't necessarily agree with you on things, but she will stick to your side, and she will, like, abide by your case because she loves you as a person. And sometimes she not may agree with you, but she loves you as a person, and she knows that if you believe in that thing, there's a reason for it, and she believes in you for believing in that reason. Like, it's just like so graceful that she does that. Like, she's so amazing. But anyways, like, she's my hero. I wish to be like her. But anyways, the second question is, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? Okay, if I could live anywhere, oh my gosh, people ask me this so many times, and they always get so pissed with my answer because that's not what people are looking for. People are usually looking for the Maldives, Scotland. I always answer them with my gender studies self, and I wish I could live in an equitable world. Period. It says if you could live anywhere, where would it be? It'd be an equitable world. Period. But if I had to choose a place to live in, if you want to do like the weird like place question, I will answer that. I think I would love to live in like a ranch, farm, forest type of thing up in Virginia. Like, I would love that like crunchy mom life of like driving 40 minutes to a hospital, working, kind of like having my own garden during the like weekdays that I have off with my kiddos, kind of like live off the land and like just be like kind of out there and have like my friends and neighbors like be like on houses around me, like, and my parents, like, and everyone kind of lives in like this small community but still connected to the city. It's just like we have our own little time, but not in a way that at night it's scary. This is what I'm talking about. This is my upstairs neighbor. This may state the case that this is her. But anyways, yeah, so like not in a place that like it's super isolated and is scared to be alone at night. Like I don't want to be like that isolated. Like I want to be able to hear the crickets. But I don't want to feel like I'm gonna be murdered if I decide to go like skinny dipping at a nearby lake with my husband drunk after the kids go to bed. I don't know how to explain it. This place may not exist, but it said anywhere. This is anywhere. Okay. Number 3 says, what's your biggest fear? And I guess my biggest fear is, oh my gosh, I have so many fears. It's like hard to decipher which one's the worst. Because I feel like it's so like shallow. My like biggest fear. I don't know. I have this like extreme fear of having like being burnt by fire, like you're having scarring from fire, or like anything related to that. I'm just like super scared. Like I never get too close to a bonfire. Like I'm really scared. Like I don't sleep with my phone charging next to me. Like anything charged next to me because I'm always just like so scared that like it might like explode and like scar my face or like scar my neck, and I'm gonna have to go like through all the medical procedures and everything like that. Like it's just so scary to me to think that. So I don't know if it's my biggest fear, but it's definitely enough fear. I'm also a Christian. Like, so I guess my biggest fear would be going to hell for some reason. Like I know that Jesus died for our sins and we are saved by his blood, but I'm still like really scared and I do fear the Lord. So yeah, I guess that's my biggest fear, but at the same time it's my biggest confidence because I know that I'm going to heaven because I'm a Christian and Jesus died for our sins and God has a plan for us. Praise the Lord. But yeah, I guess this could be my biggest fear. Okay. Then I'll answer two more questions. Okay. What is your favorite family vacation? So, my family doesn't take a lot of vacations. Like, my family isn't like a summer family where we go on vacations or stuff like that. But, I guess I do enjoy, oh my gosh, I guess I do enjoy, whenever we lived back in my country that I was from, because I'm not from the States, um, we used to go to this like beach retreat. My grandma has had this house over like 20 years, and it is this beautiful beach house. And my family is huge. Like my family is ginormous. And there were room I think for 10 people in the house because the house had one king size bed, one queen, and then two bunk beds. So there'd be 6. And then there was a back shed that fitted 2 more people, and then there was yeah, you could fit, no, actually, you could fit 2 more people into, like, if you had an inflatable, uh, no, no, yeah, that other person could sleep on the main couch. Yeah, so it was 10 people, or 11 people, and we would bring around 25 people to the house. My whole family would go for Christmas and New Year's, and then the family that couldn't go to New Year's, the family that couldn't go for Christmas would go to New Year's. Like at some point, everyone would get together, and it was so much fun. Like especially New Year's, like everyone would be there for New Year's. Everyone might not be there for Christmas, but definitely New Year's. And it was just so much fun. It was my summer because summer, like warm time, where I'm from is the opposite. So like June, July, all that jazz is cold, and then December, January, February, it's super warm. So it's like the opposite. Um, so you can narrow down like this region of the map down, I guess. But anyways, um, but yeah, okay. So yeah, and I just loved everyone was there, and it was so much fun. And it's funny now because I think about these memories, and I think that like sometimes I really didn't want to go. I wanted to stay home and hang out with my friends. But like I just have like so many found memories, and I think that like part of my personality was based on that house, just because like we used to eat like fruit from the tree. Like we would pick star fruit. That's what it's called, right? Star fruit. Like we would pick star fruit from the tree and eat it. We would pick like blackberries from the bushes and eat it. Like there was like a specific flower. I'll try to put a picture of it, but there was a specific flower that if you like open the petals and take the top off and suck on it, there's like this really sweet nectar. And we used to do that, and just like out in the open, like we used to do that. Like we used to help my grandma plant her trees and plant her garden, and like everyone would cook together, and it was like this tiny kitchen. Like the kitchen was literally like a corridor. Like I'm not kidding. And everyone would just stay in the pool the whole day. Like we would, like, my dad would wake up at 5 a.m. and sometimes I would go with him to fish, and whatever he fished, um like it was like ocean fish. Like he would stand on the rocks facing the ocean. I have a picture of me when I was like super little reading on that rock, and he would like catch fish, and then that would be what we ate. And oh, it was so much fun. Like, oh my god, I have so many fond memories of the house. And I guess that would be like my favorite family like vacation, because we never really like do vacations. We do like a road trip sometimes, like maybe weekends, but we won't spend like a whole week somewhere. Like, yeah, definitely not. We don't have that kind of money. We definitely don't. Um, but yeah, that I think, yeah, I think that could qualify as a family vacation, right? I hope so. And then the last question is, what would you change about yourself if you could? Oh my gosh, like, that's like, those are very deep. I'm like impressed. But, anyways, I think that like I would change the fact that I don't know. I feel like I would either change the fact that I have like severe like mood swings, and that's because like of my undiagnosed depression, because I'm scared of going somewhere. Well, I've been diagnosed with ADHD and anxiety since I was 12 years old, and my family has history of schizophrenia, depression, bipolar, um, etc. Thanks, by the way, genetics. Like diagnosed depression and bipolar. So I'm checked off for the bipolar because I did not have that. Thank you God for that. But I do check the box for every single thing in depression. Depression. Sorry, my way of coping with things is making jokes. um, and I've been like especially struggling with it for I think almost 3 years now, and it's very draining. Like because I'm the type of person that wants to achieve a lot, and do a lot of things, and I know I'm capable of it. And depression really holds me down. And I took ADHD meds for like years whenever I was first diagnosed, and he made me into a robot, and I hated it. So I'm like super against medication and everything. So I don't want to take medication for depression or anxiety. I'm just like, I super support people that do that. Okay, honestly, I don't know how long this person has been backing up for, but why the heck is it taking so long? Like, how the heck do they think it's okay to be like shy? It's 1 a.m. people. Okay, they're done. Cool. Anyways, I literally forgot what I was talking about. Oh, okay. Depression. Anyways, but what I was saying is, yeah, I've been struggling with depression for almost 3 years now, and it sucks, honestly. Like, if you guys want a story about my mental health, like, it's gonna be a long video, but I can do it. But like, it's just very exhausting, especially because I want to like be super great and achieve great things, and I want to be a doctor. And I know that if I have depression, I can't leave my room. Like, it becomes a little hard to do that. But I'm taking it one step at a time, and honestly, like, being in faith and being with God really did help me. Like, I know that some people are not all Christians, and I don't force Christianity into anyone. I'm just very open about my faith. And let's please keep in mind of stereotypical concepts that we have over Christians, because I'm a gender studies major. So like, let that sink in. So, and then we can move on from that. I'm probably the most liberal Christian you will find. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. So people don't like kill me. But anyways, in the comments. But yeah, I think I would change that about myself if I could, and I'm trying not to be depresso espresso. But yeah, aside from that, I'm trying my best, and I honestly think that this channel does help me a lot, because it's something that like keeps me accountable and shows that like people actually enjoy my content, and like people like really care, and like they watch my videos and they don't think I'm a piece of crap. If that makes sense. But they are literally parking in front of my apartment right now because it's 1 a.m. And these poor people can't go to freaking sleep because someone that is in their bed right now asleep decided they have to work at 1 a.m. to wake other people up at 1 a.m. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. If there are any other questions you guys want me to answer, please let them down below in the comment, and I will make another video. If you guys like these types of videos, I can keep doing them for us to get to know each other a little bit better. Let me know other videos that you guys want to see in the channel. I'm open to suggestions. I love talking to every single one of you guys. I have gotten a comment to my boyfriend doing my makeup, which is actually a best friend. It's fine. Do my makeup, and then people were asking me to do his makeup, but he was like, I don't want my face on the camera. So like, we'll have to like figure something out there. I'll try to convince him. But if he really wants, but if he really doesn't want to, it's not my place to force him to do anything. But yeah, I was definitely thinking of like doing my makeup routine, but like I almost don't go out anymore, and this weekend is EDC, so like I can do like a get ready with me. I just don't think like since I'm gonna be at his house, I don't think that like I'm gonna have a lot of like quiet time, especially because it's gonna be Sunday morning. Like people are gonna be going like in and out of his house. Like it's fine. Like people, oh my gosh, that was so loud. People are just gonna be in and out of his house, and like they don't know I have a channel, and I'm not gonna ask them to like, hey, can you be quiet in your house so I can record my video? So like I'll try to do my best, but like if anything I'll just record a voiceover and then I'll do a vlog. I'm so excited. And if I don't end up in it going to DC, I'm gonna be very sad, but it's fine. Anyways, okay. I love to talk to you guys as always, and I will see you on the next video.